Once upon a time, there lived a king in India whom everyone loved. The whole people spoke of his justice. Every day, the king went around the city on his big elephant. Anyone who had been mistreated or had a complaint told him the problem, and the king cared about that. One day, the king got ill, and whatever the doctors did, they could not cure him. Finally, a skilled Iranian doctor named Borzuye came to the palace. He visited the king and said, "O king, I will treat you, but you will lose your hearing ability forever." King, having no choice, inevitably accepted. Borzuye said, "O king, as I told, I will cure you without any wage. I've come to this land in search of a secret. I'd ask you to help me find that secret after getting cured." The king thought for a while and said, "All right, I'll do whatever possible for you." Then Borzuye started the treatment. The king gradually improved, but as the doctor said, it didn't take long that he lost his hearing. The king was very upset about that. The minister and the advisors went to the king to soothe him. The king started crying because of his sadness. He could not hear anything at all. So the minister and others brought a piece of paper and started writing to calm him down. The minister wrote, "O king, we thank God that your illness has been eventually cured. People are so happy with the news of your recovery. Everyone is waiting for you to get on your big elephant and go among them." When the king read those words, he sighed and said, "Don't make a mistake. I am not sad about losing my hearing. I am sad because an oppressed person might ask me for help, but I'm unable to hear him." The minister and the advisors got into deep thinking. Everyone said something and wrote his opinion. Someone wrote, "O king, order them to write the complaints." The king said, "What a suggestion is this? Many are not literate enough to write down their complaints." Another wrote, "Make an honest person your special advisor, therefore. He would write down for you whatever people say." The king said, "No one would be as reliable as my own eyes and ears. I want to get informed of the complaints directly." Everyone commented and wrote something. But the king did not accept the offers of them. When all left, the king got up sadly and stood behind the window and started looking at the garden. He saw singing birds flying here and there, but he couldn't hear the birds' song. He was just looking. He sighed again and said, "I don't hear any sound. Oh, what if something cruel happens, and I don't get informed?" He stared into the far distance. Suddenly he saw a red bird among the trees. All its feathers were red. The king, while gazing at the bird, suddenly laughed and said to himself, "Yes, that is true that my ears can no longer hear, but my eyes still can see." At that time, he summoned the minister and advisors. The king was no longer sad. They were waiting to see what had happened. The king said, "I have thought about the complaints of the people. From now on, anyone who has a complaint or was mistreated should wear red clothes. This is how I see the oppressed ones and reach out to them. Right now, the messengers should go and spread this news, that from today only those who have been mistreated should wear red clothes. Others should cooperate and refrain from wearing red clothes." The minister bowed and said, "We'd obey." At the same time, he ordered the messengers to go and get the king's order to the people. The king told his minister, "Oh, call upon Borzuye, the Iranian doctor, to our court. Now that I've been cured, I shall fulfill the promise I'd made with him." The next day Borzuye came to the king. The king ordered for paper and ink. Then he told Borzuye, "Write down your story and let me know why you have come to my land." Borzuye wrote,